Alright then, my friends, so on this video we're just going to see how we can do swipe to dismiss in Flutter. This is very simple. So I have a project here, and I extend a stateful widget, and I have a scaffold which of course I'm returning. I added an app bar, and I added a text as the title, and I added a center widget as a body with a text as a child, and within the text I have this guy, and with the style too I have some little font size in the text style, right? All right, this looks great. Now let's try to work it out using swipe effect in it. Before I go to everything, I want to declare some items here, which of course I'm going to generate them. So I'm just going to say fine, I'm just going to call this list swipe to dismiss examples, right? Let me just call this items, right? Let's just call this items, and this is equal to lists, and it's going to be list of strings. I just want to be specific of what I want to return, so I'm just going to return list of strings, and this list of strings is going to be generated, right? It's going to be generated, and the length is going to generate is equal to be 20. I'm just going to generate 20 of them, and this index, let's just replace I for a shortcut so we can easily refer to them as well. So now what we are going to return here is, I just want to say swipe item here. Let's just get added into this. So just going to say swipe item. Then what we're going to use here is the interpolation. So I'm just going to say $, then we say I, just as we declared from this section, this I will come, then we add it +1, just like this. Right, let's just end this. So we have a list of items we will be generating here, right? And that looks good. And in this body, I'm actually gonna return a list view dot builder, right? So list view dot builder, that is what we have here, and I'm just gonna say the item builder is just gonna be a context and an index, right? Okay, so we have a context and an index. Okay, right, so let's see what we can do here. Perfect. Now I would like to let's just end this with a semicolon. Just want to take my time and do this, right? Okay, oh sorry, let's just end this here, and we're just going to return something. So we're just going to return something, and we're just going to return something called dismissible, right? Dismissible. And within this dismissible, what you're going to add up is the key, and that key is going to be the items we have. So key, and inside the key we just call in the items, just like this. So the key is actually going to be the items, right? So okay, all right, don't worry, let's work on this first. So we just have to specify the item count, and this item count is going to be the items we created, or length, right? That looks perfect. Okay, now here, before we come to the whole thing, I'm just going to declare a string here, and this string is going to be called item, and that item should be equal to the items we created, right? Okay, and it's going to be referring from the index of that item, right? Good. So inside this key we will just call the item, just like this, right? Perfect. And now the child here, all right, now the child here, we're gonna say let's see the child. The child is going to be first of all, let's see. I just want to set the child to a list style, and this list style is going to contain a title, and I'm just going to say it's going to be I'm not going to use a center, but I'm just going to say it's going to be a text, and this text is going to be the items we have and then the index, just like this, and we are good to go. Okay, so whilst we have this, let's just reformat this and let's save it and let's see what happens right here. So there you go, we have a list of swipe items, but if swipe is actually it really works fine, but there is no color, there is nothing, right? There is nothing. So let's set up a color for this. Before I return this child here, let me first add up some things right here. So I'm just going to set up a background, and that is going to be a container, and inside this container what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set a color, and this color is going to be colors.green, and also I'll just set up the alignment. So I'm just going to say alignment, that is going to be alignment dot center right. Okay, right there. And I'll just set the child of this, and this child is going to be an icon. So I'm just going to say icons dot thumbs up, just like this. Perfect. Okay, so this is what I have here, and I really love it, right? Okay, so what I'm going to say is this is going to be the background swipe for the right. So I'm just going to save this, and let's just reformat this. So we have this background here, so there is an error here. Don't worry, we're gonna fix that. Okay, so okay, so after this also, let's just set up a new background. Oh, sorry, let's set up a secondary background. So I'm just gonna maintain I'm just gonna make this color red. Yes, and yeah, then I just change the text to delete, right? So I'll just have to copy the whole thing here from the container, just copy the whole container, then bring it way up here. Perfect. And this is gonna be yeah, this is gonna be center right, and this is gonna be center left. Okay, now this is gonna be the thumbs up, and this is gonna be green. Okay, so once we've done this, we are not yet done. Now we have to add up some states here. So let's go up here, and all we're gonna say is, now on dismissed, we just have to say we are dismissing something, and that is going to be the direction of the dismiss. So we're just gonna say dismiss direction. Yeah, so we're just gonna say dismiss direction, and this direction is going to be called dir. That is what I'm going to give it. That is the name I want to give this. All right, and inside here, inside this dismiss, that is where we set a state. So we're just going to set a state, and inside this state we're just going to say this dot items dot remove at, and what is actually going to remove is the index. So we're just going to say index, just like this, and let's just end this. All right, oh come on. All right, let's just end this. That's all. Now let's add a scaffold, because we want to add a sneak bar or something like that. So let's say scaffold messenger dot off context, and that is going to be the show snake bar, right? And this snake bar is actually going to be let's come down here. Just want to come down here, and I'm just going to say snack bar, just like this, and then the content is actually going to be a text, and within this text, that is where I'm just going to say the directory I created as a dar should be equal to the dismiss direction dot start to end, just like this, right? And I will say that else oh no, I just say the items we have. So I'm just going to say items, yes, the item removed. It's just a message we're just going to pop right there, right? If not, then we have to say, oh come on, then we have to say dollar sign, then we bring this, no, just bring this first, then we add our dollar sign, then we say the item, the name of the item, just like this, liked, right? Perfect. So we have this and we are good to go. Not that only, but we can set up we can add up an action to the snake bar, and that action is going to be snack bar action, and inside this action we're just going to add up a label, and this label is just going to be something like undo. It's like we want to undo. If you want to undo that, you can just use that. And also we have to add an onPress function, and this onPress is actually going to be let's set a state here inside here, and we're just going to say this dot items dot insert. We're just going to insert it back, right? And we're just going to insert the index of the item, right? Just like this. Okay, so this is what we're going to insert it right here, and that is actually going to make it looks much more amazing and much great. All right, so this is what we have done so far. Let's just quickly save this, and the error should go now. Yes, so just hard reload this and your error should be gone and it should be fine. Yes, so now I have all these items right here, and as you can see, when I swipe it to the left, to the right, you see the delete button or the delete icon there. So it's been deleted. When I just click on this, just undo that, right? So swipe it here, it becomes liked. You liked the item 10. I can just undo that. So let's delete it, and it's no more. Undo, then it becomes, it comes back. So this is how we do the swipe. Before we go, let's do a little recap on what we did. Now we added a list view.builder, and we set the items to we set the length of the items to the final items we created as a list, which we generated into 20 items, and we used I as we used I to represent the integer, to represent the index, and we added the text here which is needed to be shown here, right? Okay, so we added +1, so it will just increase itself, right? So this item length is going to be the number of the items or the number of things we are generating here. That's good. Now we have an item builder which is actually containing a context and an index, and we created a final string called items here, and we referred it to the items of the index we created right way up here, right guys? So we return a dismissable, and that gives us the opportunity to dismiss this, right? So we return a dismissable, and inside the dismissable we added a key, and that key is from the item string we created. And bear in mind that this item string is now referring to this private items we generated right here. Okay, now inside this key after this key we added on dismissal or on dismissed. When I swipe this after it's been dismissed, what should it do? So what I said was, I set a state and I said, okay, this dot the items dot remove at the index. So when I swipe it, it's just going to be removed. That will happen if only the direction is starting from the start to end. So we have this start to end, start here to end, and that is delete. And there you go, swipe item 9 removed. And that is the message we have here, right? So swap item, the number of it removed, right guys? Else if it didn't go to the other side, then it goes to the the end to start, then it should say item liked instead, and this is it. Perfect. So after that we added an action here which comes from a sneak bar action, and we added a label just to say undo. And with this undo is just this undo guy right here. What it actually does is we set up an onPress function here, and within the onPress function we set up a state, and we said, okay, this dot items dot insert the index we removed, right guys? And the index we removed is referring from the items, which is the key item we have here. I believe you really understand this. So we that is how it came to get all these things, and they were really amazing. Now this secondary container here is actually the thumbs up, and that is from center right, and the color is green, and that is the thumbs up, that is the like. So instead of swiping it to this side, we added a green background in a container form, and we added a like button here. And remember that you can do whatever you want to do with this. You can take your time and customize the container according to anyhow you want to do it. Let me give you one example. When I say gradient decoration, I just want to say decoration, then I add a box decoration in here. I can really go ahead and then say gradient, and I can use linear gradient in here. Can just specify the colors to be in in list. Then I say colors.green. Then I set a strong of 700. Then I just say colors dot green. Let's use SN green, and let's use green here. Just want to show you guys something. So this really means it is fully customizable. You can indeed customize it according to anyhow you want to do this, and it actually works perfectly fine, right guys? Okay, so there you see the gradient color. Same thing really happens to the other one. I can just copy the decoration from here, and with this color I'll just paste it here. Then I just change the color to red, just like this, and this to red accent. Perfect. Okay, I'll just save it once again. Just make sure how to reload is activated, and there you go, we have the light green. There you go, we have the light red, right? Let's just hard reload this for everything to really come back. Alright guys, so this is how I pass through to do this, and as you can see, the color is really amazing, and I really love it. My name still remains Microsoft Original, and if you find this video to be helpful, please don't hesitate to smash the like button, smash the subscribe button if you've yet not subscribed to my YouTube channel, and also leave any comment below the section, and Microsoft Original will be very happy to take you through whatever comment or challenge you will be facing. Until then, have a nice day, and Microsoft Original is out. Thank you, and bye bye.